the 29th of the 8th, 2024. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Adventures of the Multiverse Podcast. I am your enigmatic and everlasting host, Mitchell, and I am joined today by...
the ever so humble Ryclan.
And today we're doing a little... sort of like a podcast special for our 10th episode of the channel. We've already put the 10th episode on, but I got this idea last night when we were recording an episode. More about that later. I badgered a few people. Ryclan was the only one who would be happy to let me unchain him from the radiator where I keep everybody for our games.
I was happily playing Age of Mythology Retold. I pre-ordered it, and then I got roped into this.
How is that out already?
If you pre-ordered it, you've got a week early access, so that's what I'm doing.
That must be nice. Is that any good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. I just like how it's been remastered, so I can actually look at it without crying because it's really old.
Oh, so it's not an actual new game. They just remastered it.
They just remastered, yeah.
Ah, okay.
And they've added one new god and removed 3 others.
No more Allah.
No, it's the Chinese ones that got removed, I think.
Oh.
They were broken, overpowered, so they had to get rid of them for a bit. But they plan to re-release them when they're properly done up and rebalanced and whatnot.
Ah, so it's like beta testing, bug things.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Well, I thought I just might start off with a bit of context before we start off. So, as of the present moment, we have 10 episodes up on our channel. That's the 3rd episode of Pandemic Legacy, Trouble in Quarantine Town. Thank you for that name, Ryclan. And the 5th episode of Dungeons Drakenheim is Never the End. I put both of those up last night because I forgot to unprivate Drakenheim when it went up.
Oopsie.
So you guys got a delayed release for that one. I do apologize, my humble listeners.
As a small indie company, we make screw ups sometimes.
That's right. I was trying to think what we have quite a few episodes prepared as well for the series as well. I believe last night we just recorded episode 9 with DoD.
Yeah, it was 8 or 9. I forget which one.
Just look here. Yes, it was DoD 9, and then we got up to episode 5.
Wow.
For Pandemic Legacy, which we had to... This was meant to be our regular recording slot for it tonight. Unfortunately, Liam and Jasmine away.
Couldn't make it.
No, could not make it. But next week is more recording. I believe next week is a DoD episode, so we don't have to worry about that for a while. But we did also record a Halloween special, so...
Spooky.
Yeah, spooky. It's gonna be a nice surprise, I hope. We're gonna be playing a board game, D&D themed board game. And we just play through for about 2 hours. I thought it was a bit of fun.
I liked the theme. Definitely.
Like the theme. Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought, it being our 10th... Oh, fuck, I should have invited like Morgan or something. Oh, it doesn't matter. There's 2 dudes chilling on a podcast.
Less than 6 feet apart. Because one of them is questionable.
Yeah, right one. So, yeah, 10 episodes on the podcast. It feels weird. Like, it feels weird to finally get it off the ground. Like, now that we've got 10 episodes on the road about it, it feels like that we've gotten past the sort of beginning phase of, not really expectations, but it's like we finally got a start on it after talking about it for so long.
True. The only thing we need now is actual listeners and viewers.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, speaking of, I showed this to 2 other people. Elementals and Smart Systems.
Yeah,
you'd know them.
Yeah.
So the one critical comment they had is that there was nothing on the screen when you're actually talking. Like, you've got a thumbnail, but you got nothing on the screen when the video's playing. And they said maybe if you just put like a still image or something, that'd make it better.
Yeah, we could do like if everybody does up here forge figures or something.
Like Bray was mentioning the other time. Yeah.
Do a collection of those, put them up, splash them up on the screen.
Yeah, so we could do that sort of thing, or just a still image, they said would even make the difference.
Yep.
It's just because it's a black void.
Yeah.
Like staring into the void for like 2 hours. And I was trying to argue with them saying that, yeah, it's a podcast, you're not supposed to be looking at it. Like
They have a point though. I guess if it wouldn't take that much editing power just to put like a little splash
yeah.
screen up on it or something.
I mean, even if it is just the Hero Forge idea.
Mm.
Something simple.
Well, that's something I can look up doing up for the next few episodes then. I mean, Lord knows it's not as if we're struggling to edit these
We
down.
are so far behind.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna have to go through and edit 2 of these properly. Of course, as the podcast has gone better along, I've managed to edit these, not edit them, but record these a lot better, so it doesn't sound like you guys are listening to these and I'm dunking the microphone under water or anything anymore. We've gotten rid of like a lot of the fuzz and static, especially in the last few episodes. We're really happy with how those are turning out.
Yeah, the only other complaint was that everyone was really quiet.
Yeah.
Compared to you or Bree.
But I've upped the gain on the microphone as well, so hopefully, fingers crossed that
it fix itself.
Yeah. It's matter of time. It's like why did the astronaut go out and into he needed space? Bazinga.
You said it about as well as that character.
But 10 episodes is quite a feat. When we first started recording, when we did our first like a test pilot almost back in February, I think it was. It was back close to my birthday. Wasn't sure if we were going to continue on at all. We don't really have. It's not as if that like people, especially when it comes to DoD, we have like a ever revolving cast almost because some people can't make it at all. Some people can only make it sometimes. And it's not.
There's always a one constant.
Yeah, that's right. Me.
Oh,
yeah. No, it's good though. Because Bree mentioned that she's going to be away, so I record.
Yeah, I think that'll be the first one she's missed.
Yeah.
Maybe one other one, but not often.
But I guess that's just going to be the nature of the podcast.
As Bree puts it, shit happens.
Shit happens. But I wanted to sort of edit this special 10th episode into sort of 3 sections. I wanted to do like a before, during, and after. What was it like before the podcast? What have we been doing beforehand? Like, we're obviously not going to tell our life stories or anything. It's got to be to do with D&D and our friends, relationships, and then during.
How was it a cast?
Yeah. What?
For my ankle.
Oh, that's right. You fucked your foot up on the end of your breakup last year.
Yeah.
Actually, we can open up with that. That'd be good. During the podcast, what we like about it so far, what we think we could prove on, which we already brought some of that up, and then afterwards, do we have any plans for the podcast? Do we have any plans for another series after Dungeons & Drakenheim? What our current plans are for Pandemic Legacy when that finishes up. Yeah, but starting up with before. Yes, you fucked your foot at an end of year breakup.
Yes, it was quite dramatic and totally not like. Oh, what's the word where it's like not cool? Like
uncool?
No, there's a different word.
Lame.
Yeah, that'll do. It was very lame the way I did it.
So, at the end of, because I run games out of the podcast and whatnot, we have quite a few people who don't attend the games that come with us. We do like an end of year breakup in one of our neighboring cities because they have a much bigger like a range of entertainment options that they can provide for us. So we usually go there. And I believe we were just about to go and do bowling. I think it was.
Yeah.
And Ryclan fell out of the car. Do you want to explain your side of the story since you were the one who lived it?
No, I think you explained it quite well.
Ryclan fell out of the car and ate shit.
Yeah, my fat ass decided that gravity was cool, and I liked it a little too much, and I fell over. Because I was trying to get out of the car. I put my foot down outside to like try and like get yourself out. But then I didn't realize there was a piece of concrete right next to my foot. So when I tried to move, all the force of me moving sideways just carried. What's that Newton law?
Every action, blah blah blah.
Something about inertia and me just traveling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of screwed my ankle pretty badly. Figured it was just a casual twisted ankle like you normally do sometimes, where it's like, oh, give it about 10 minutes, I should be able to walk again. I think it was about half an hour later, I still couldn't put any pressure on it.
How many months were you out of action?
About 6.
That's 6 months.
Yeah, it's pretty standard.
Holy shit!
When I was talking to the what do you call them, physio, they said, yeah, 6 months is pretty standard.
Holy fuck! I should fuck my foot so I could get 6 months off work.
Just make sure you do it at the workplace.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, because I did it outside of the workplace, so I didn't get any bonuses.
Well, as Ryclan expertly so demonstrated about, keeping yourself safe when on these sort of excursions, we usually, because we've been doing D&D together you've been there for the very beginning ever since I started running D&D.
Yeah, there was a little bit where I was out of town for a bit. But other than that, I've been in it, yeah.
I think the earliest I tried to do was at the beginning of 2020 when COVID, I remember COVID was starting to break it out, and we had some co-workers of ours play at your place.
Well, I remember there was that person's house you hosted at for a little while, and it was just a small group. And then I left, and I think that's when Jasmine joined.
Yes, but this was before that.
Oh, okay, right. Remember before that.
We played at your place.
Did we?
Yeah. And then this was when COVID was starting to become, like, break out, do a big thing. My cousin was joining us, and we had some people from our workplace.
At my mum's house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah, I have zero recollection of
back when she used to live here.
Yeah. No, I just don't remember.
Oh.
The first memory I've got of D&D is mine's a Fendelver at that other person's place that you hosted at.
Wow, okay. Wow, so you were there for the very beginning, and then I tried... Okay, so hang on. Because you were there for the very beginning, like, right as I started DMing, and I ran Lost Mines of Phandelver for my co-workers, which, by the way, there's more backstory of Ryclan and I, which we'll get into in a moment. And then I ran it for some people I went to high school with, but they crapped out because Thursdays didn't work for them. Which is ironic because we record on Thursdays now. Actually, now I think about it, 4 years on. And then we ran it at my mate's place, which is when Jasmine joined. So you and Jasmine have practically, well, not Jasmine, but Jasmine was pretty damn well close to being there for the very beginning.
I mean, if you count the time that I went away and wasn't there, then we're probably on par.
Yeah. That's far out. That'll be like, no, because I got fired from my old place up in that neighboring city, and then moved back. Sorry.
Yes.
And then moved back here, and I've been running DMing like ever since. So it'll be 3.5 years by this point.
Feels way longer.
Honestly, yeah. Because I just remember because COVID, because I moved to the neighboring city in like August. It was about this time last 4 years ago that I moved there. I remember we tried to start it up beforehand, and it wasn't until I got back that I managed to actually start the games again properly.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, 4 years is an awfully long time to carry that torch. But I mentioned we had some more backstory, some lore, and it turns out that Ryclan are actually third generation lovers. No, so Ryclan are actually third generation family friends because I think it was something. Is it something to do with your pop and my pop? I think worked.
I think they worked both at the same place.
Yeah,
and then dads were introduced to each other because of that, and then we were introduced to each other because of that.
Yeah. It's strange how, but that's about how small the town is. Hey, when
Yeah.
we could just run into each other casually at our old workplace and just, oh man,
Oh, hi.
yeah. Didn't know about it at all. Hey, I think it was just because your name is so unusual. Like you're
Yeah.
not bound to meet many Ryclans in your lifetime.
No.
Yeah, and then I found that. Yeah, I found that out. And it was a bit shocking to me that I didn't really know. I didn't really know. Hey, it's just a bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I thought it was just us and dads. I didn't realize granddads were involved.
Yeah. Oh man. And when your mum said that, my mum used to like watch movies and have a bit of wine and get pissed or something.
Yeah, while we all played down the back or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just Australian things.
That's right. I think your mum said it was like a portrait of a lady on fire or something. She hated that movie. And son and my mum, they both hated each other, so they just got on the wine and just started smack talking the movie for the entire time. They didn't even really.
I mean, that does sound like my mum.
Yeah. That was before that, and we've been running the games for, well, if we started in 2021 and it's 2024 now. I think we actually started forming the group on September 11, 2021.
That's a dangerous date.
Yeah, I know. It was really unfortunate. I actually had to go back through. I had to scroll through the entire group chat to get back to that very beginning. And yeah, the group was formed on September 11, which means that, wow, next month marks 4 years. No,
It's like
3
week
years.
and a bit.
Is it? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
So
August
the end of
29.
August.
Yeah, September 2021. Holy shit!
Man, I want off this ride.
You ain't getting off this ride, boy. Getting my whip out.
Yes, master. I mean, I can't say I haven't enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun with the D&D games.
No, stick to the script, Ryclan.
Shit. It's horrible. I hate it. I'm blinking. Help me. I'd like to order a pizza.
Yes, that was on the script. I don't know. It just sort of feels unreal that, oh, she's texting me. It sort of feels unreal. Oh, fuck off, Rivers. It sort of feels unreal that it's been 3 years. Because it honestly feels like it's been no time at all.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it just feels way longer because I've had heaps of shit happen the last 3 years. But
Yeah,
that's just how it normally goes.
You were in town and then you moved away for work and that, and then you can end up coming back.
Yeah, I've been all over the fucking area.
And then you moved back to Brisbane as well. And
Fucking back, forth.
yeah, that's right.
Hopefully now I get to stay here.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
But that's before, and we're running the games since then. But we did a few board game nights every now and then as well. We haven't really had one of those for a while, since maybe like Christmas, like 2022 or something. I don't remember.
Because you all play the weirdest games, though.
Do we?
I mean, I'm just not a fan of them, is all.
Like Exploding Kittens and
Any kind of, like, anything similar to, like, Exploding Kittens or Among Us or that genre of game is not for me.
like Social Deduction and...
Yeah, I hate those types of games.
Really?
Yeah, Among Us ruined it for me. So now any of those types of games I just can't go near because, yeah, pretty much PTSD.
Among Us.
Yeah, I got screwed over because it was me and a couple, and I was the imposter. And then they banded together because they knew I was the imposter because they were a couple. So that was the day I swore never to play that shit again.
Fucking couples in gaming is weird. It's a weird thing, hey, because you never know. You get two sort of couples. It's never the same thing. You either get the couple that like always works together, always bands together, you know, lovey-dovey, trust each other, whatnot. And then you have the couple who will like actually play the game and try to screw each other actively at points.
And they're way more fun.
Yeah, they are. Oh my god, it's so fucking. If I'm not the imposter, and you're not the imposter,
that means that random in this voice call must be.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's such a shit way to play the game.
I had them against each other too, and then they just turned around and be like, "Well, we know we wouldn't do that." And I'm like,
"Oh my god." Those of Among Us is a great social deduction game either, because by design. Okay, we're not going to get into that. We're probably going
to D&D. Railroad back on track.
Railroad back on track. But during the podcast, so as I mentioned, we've got what is that? We just finished recording episode 9 of DoD last night, which that is going to be up for like another 2.5 months by this point.
I reckon we could increase the schedule.
You reckon? Like do double releases?
If we've got bloody heaps of them recorded, we could just say you could do like 1 to 2 episodes a week or whatever you wanted to do, like 1 a week instead of 1 a fortnight. I think you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, 1 a fortnight.
Yeah, so you can increase it to 1 a week until you've exhausted a lot of them, and then bring it back to 1 a fortnight.
We could do something like that. We could even do like a Patreon exclusive, which, by the way, Patreon link in the description below, and please like, comment, subscribe. But we could do like a Patreon exclusive thing, excuse me, where we upload them all to like Patreon, and subscribers can get a week early.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it that way, yeah.
Something exclusive.
It's not unheard of.
No, that's right. The Patreon boys. Actually, that might be something to look at. I should be plugging the Patreon more often. I don't think I plugged it like once in any of the...
Didn't even know we had one.
No. Is this something I just thought of on the off chance just to raise a bit of money for the podcast?
Yay. And then you can finally pay us.
Ha.
Ha.
Ha. So episode 9 of DoD, we got episode 5 of Pandemic Legacy.
It was supposed to be 6 tonight.
6 and 7 tonight, but SMH indeed. But it doesn't really worry me. We have like another month.
Yeah, I mean we got plenty stored up.
Yeah, that's right. I wouldn't mind doing like so what has been your favorite part of the podcast so far? What has been like your favorite? What is something with oh my fucking god, I'm having a stroke again. What has been some of your favorite moments of the podcast that we've recorded so far?
Professional recording, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Like of both, or
yeah, either or.
I mean, doxing ourselves is certainly funny.
Oh my god, I don't think that episode has even gone up yet. That was episode 6.
Yeah, lots of editing.
Yeah.
I mean, doxing ourselves is fun, or going on weird tangents, or you know how you change up your voice like every 3 seconds because you can never decide which one you're sticking to.
I am not a professional voice actor.
Miriam not having a gender or knowing what voice they want to use.
So I guess we could probably do it in like an extension of before we do continue, because what the campaigns I did run? We ran the beginning of Mist Knight, but Mist Knight, which is my homebrew campaign, but that fell apart because we just couldn't get regular people.
I thought that's still going.
No, original Mist Knight.
Oh, right, yeah.
Back when, like the original group with Jesse and Will, Jasmine.
Oh, yeah.
Beanie, all those Seth. Oh my god, it's all Zoe. Holy shit, it's all starting to come back to me.
I'm getting old.
And then we ran that, and then afterwards, what did we move on to? Curse of Strahd.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Curse of Strahd. Oh no, there was something before Curse of Strahd because I wasn't involved, but Jasmine was. If I remember rightly, the party was TPK'd in a bandit camp, and that's when I joined in after.
That was Curse of Strahd.
Oh, that was just the start of it.
Yeah.
Right.
The very, very beginning of Curse of Strahd.
Because I came in like halfway through, I think.
Yeah. You were there fairly early on.
I just missed the start of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This because I think Curse of Strahd was when we really started to like make a regular thing.
Yeah.
Because we ran Curse of Strahd from 2022, and the Ghost of Salt Marsh in 2023. That basically took up like a whole year to run those campaigns each. And then I tried running another homebrew using the Grim Hollow module stuff at the beginning of this year, but I found it was way too similar to what I started doing with my homebrew. So I was like, why would I do that when I could just run my homebrew?
I mean, it also helps if the party just doesn't screw everything up every chance they get.
Oh my god. I guess that should have been my problem because that should have been my problem because I should have been able to redirect the party, but I didn't want it to be like a sort of a rehash of the introduction. Would you like to explain to our listeners how the beginning of Grim Hollow got so messy in those first few episodes?
I mean,
Or sessions, sorry.
as far as I know, the first two sessions, my character and Bree's character tried breaking into a windmill for whatever reason.
Yeah, that happened.
I don't remember the exact reasoning, but we wanted in and it was locked. So my character unlocks it. The guards found us. We killed the guards.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were wanted criminals ever since. My character racked up a pretty decent body count.
Yeah, but how many people did he kill?
I don't know. Maybe like a dozen guards himself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then he'd chop them up in the back alley to dispose of.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What about the derailing part? How did you derail the campaign?
Well, I didn't. Because my character's a little bit smarter than the person who did.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we went down to the rebel headquarters. There was, I believe it was a letter on a pedestal.
It was in a drawer, a
In a
locked drawer.
Okay, so I don't know how Morgan's character got into it, but he opens the letter and his character can't read. So he tries to read the part that says, oh no, I think the letter was still closed. And he tries to read the part that says, do not open this letter unless absolutely necessary or there's no other alternative or something like that.
Yeah.
So he decides that won't stop him because his character can't read. And he opens up the letter and there's a fireball that could engulf the entire city. And it went off indoors in an underground area. It almost TPK'd.
You guys, yeah, it came very close to TPKing the party, hey?
Yeah. We got out on the skin of our teeth. The bartender was not so lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure the woman died in Karina's arms.
Yes, she did.
So yeah, that was fun. That was the first proper derailing.
What's the second one? I think it was the second one after that.
I think the second one was the demon swooping in to save us from the Red Court.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then we just punched a hole in the wall and left.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had no powers to stop us, apparently.
No. It's a never-ending story.
Yeah, that's right, that cursed bullshit. So yeah, that was the two definite defining parts of derailing.
Oh my god, fucking Grim Hollow, man. I don't know if I'm ever gonna pick that up again, hey, after that.
And then I still remember, I think it was Bree's quote, or it was Morgan's, but I'm pretty sure it was Bree's, where she says, I throw a brick at the plaque.
It was Bree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some context behind that one, there's like the city was enclosed with some sort of dome. It was letting zombies in. It was a completely like black void or dome. It had like a void quality to it. So Bree said that she's gonna throw a brick at the black, at referring to the dome wall. Oh my
Definitely
god!
the brightest moment of Bree's career.
It's like I didn't even know sometimes. Like, oh my god! We just all these different groups just have really good dynamics. I feel like Breeze is in there just to like mess stuff up occasionally, and
She somehow finds a way to screw it up every time. And then if she doesn't, it'll either be Morgan or I.
That's right. But that's what makes these groups very worth it.
You can't have everyone following the rules because then there's no fun.
That's right. So as well as that, we've got another group that runs concurrent to AOTM as well. But I think they're becoming more and more detached from ATM as a main group because there's not really a lot of people stick around.
What's that, the Saturday games?
Sunday games.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm not involved in.
Oh, I don't think it's... I don't want to say anything, never say never, but I think it's just because, people getting busy, maybe people aren't as invested in D&D anymore. Like, I know I'm starting to feel it, like, just not really the drain of DMing, but just running the same system over and over again is starting to turn my brain to mush. That's why I really like the Pandemic Legacy. That's because, it's doing something different. It's not perfect, but it's different.
Yes. Whereas me as a player, I could play D&D every day. I suppose that's where Baldur's comes in and fixes my addiction.
Oh, Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
How far are you into that, by the way?
I've got 2 concurrent campaigns going.
Yeah.
One of them being a goody 2-shoes, the other one being proper Dark Urge.
The Dirge.
So the goody 2-shoes, I think, just made it to Baldur's Gate, and I'm trying to figure out how to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of want to get rid of all the bad guys and not side with them.
Yep.
So I got to figure out what the proper pathing is for that. And the Dark Urge, I believe, just made it to the Githyanki Crash. It's not very far through at all.
Oh, yeah, so he's still in the first act for that one.
Yeah. Or... Oh no, I think he's venturing into the Underdark before I do the Crash. So, bit of both.
Yeah.
The Underdark's got a few merchants I can actually sell to. Everyone else in Act 1's either dead or gone.
Oh, Daddy Howson.
Yeah, I killed him.
No.
Yeah, I pissed the bear off and threw a rock at it.
Oh, the tragedy.
Not really. I mean, it was only one goblin child that got murdered for it.
Only.
Actually, no, I think both children ended up dying for that. I was very pleased with myself.
Pleased with the Lord. I guess, so, continuing on during, yeah, no, there'd be some actual, like, ruckuses. Hey, like, we go on those little tangents. I think in episode 8, we spent half an hour talking about a certain German leader.
Our Lord and Savior.
No. But I brought up a good point. Because I was thinking about it last night. About how, like, I'm glad we don't run, like, and I don't want to say that every single D&D podcast is, cookie cut and generic, but I'm glad we don't have that we're not just another D&D podcast. I like how we have, like, a bit of edge to it, like a bit of flair.
Well, I mean, that's what spices it up and makes it fun.
Yeah.
If you were just, like... I mean, if you used to know about Nick A30 and how he doesn't do, like, swearing or anything, like, that's pretty shit. Like, I understand excessive swearing's not fun, but a little bit here and there to emphasize a point's not bad.
Yeah, that's right.
And as long as it's nothing, like, too bad.
Saying the C word in front of your mum.
Yeah. That's a quick way to get prison.
What about... And just, I don't know, I'm happy that we've got, like, a group who aren't afraid to, take some gambles when it comes to the jokes. I could imagine us, like, going down the sickly sweet one of everybody just, lovey-dovey all the time. But I like how we poke fun at each other, we mock each other, we...
Mostly towards one person, but sometimes it is shared.
I think that's what helps separate us from other ones, it's that it's sort of irreverent humor. Like I said, I couldn't very imagine, like, another sickly sweet version of us, but I like how we had that sort of saltier take on a few different things. And we also have that mix of people, and I don't want to say, like, I know a lot about history, but, I know a context behind a fair few things. And we have people who have clearly never opened up a history book before in their lives, which has led to some pretty wild history takes that we've had in our group so far.
Speaking of 9/11.
Yeah, oh my god. I can't Was it Karina who thought that it
Yeah.
happened in 2011? She's older than me, man. I don't.
Oh fuck. I mean, I can understand the 11 part thinking it's 2011.
But I mean, like, it's the defining event of the 20th century, of the 21st century, though. You could
Yeah.
maybe argue like COVID maybe has taken that or something else, but like opening doors, 21st century, September 11th. It's not as if, oh, teehee, I put my colored in with the whites again, when I did the laundry. This is like, hello, like,
Oh, silly me! I've just plunged into the trade center.
oh my god.
So yeah, Karina decided that on top of it happening in 2011, she also didn't know what a Hindenburg was.
Yeah.
And then we decided to make the joke of the Hindenburg did 9/11 in 2011. I think there was one extra addition I made to it, but I don't remember.
Oh, there would be quite a few. We probably, like I said in one of the other videos, we could probably do like a whole fan wiki thing, like how Lee Harvey Oswald shot Hitler, I think it was,
Yeah, something like that.
and that Benito Mussolini was a type of pasta.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh, there's plenty. And I've got most of them written down.
yippee.
Oh, Christ.
That's the first 10 episodes, by the way, of us recording the DOD.
Imagine the potential. The compilation.
Sorry, the first 9 episodes. But you're right, though. If we did like a smash cut of all the different times that we've done something like that, could you imagine?
I mean, you just hear Brie for the most part.
What else was there? Yeah, there'd be some of the tangents that we go on, some discussions. Brie doxing us. I mean, you doxing us first, incidentally, and then Brie just fucking outright stating the name of our town was.
And then me almost doxing us in the last one. I just cut myself short.
Yeah, I heard you say south, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think I got south, and then I went, hang on a minute. No, wait.
Oh, man. It's some good times that we've had, and some, like, we really had any bad times, though, have we?
I mean,
I did TPK you guys, and
I wouldn't call it bad though.
This is actually a spoiler for. Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Well, I mean, we got TPK'd at some stage.
Yeah.
It wasn't fun. Oh yeah, we need to add the definition of foreshadowing.
Oh my god, we do.
Yeah. You can break up the still image. You can have it fade in and fade out.
Fade in, yeah. What Ryclan, I wanted Morgan say, put up like a soy jack with me pointing at something and explaining the gravity scene from Romulus. Yeah.
It was just vital information that I needed to know during my viewing.
I just, oh my god.
Don't worry, science fans, if you do enjoy that kind of thing, he's got plenty more.
So but yeah, that's really our podcast so far. Like, we only really started doing this in July, I think it was.
Like where we ramped up.
Like when we actually first started recording. Get the details up on my phone, because like I said, we did that one recording back in February, and we've only really uploaded that. Well, I only really uploaded that in. I could get it up in just a hot second.
I mean, either way, it's been pretty regular as to uploads and recordings and whatnot.
That's right. The 26th of June is when we recorded the first one, and then I believe that the first actual episode was uploaded the day after. Yeah, on the 27th.
Okay, no, that's not too bad. But yeah, I still think the Patreon idea for the future YouTubes might actually be a better way of doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had one, so I didn't think of it.
That's why I'm letting people know now, baby.
Get to that Patreon, bitches.
Yeah.
Send me your money.
Give me your fucking money. Whoosh. Dun dun.
But yeah, I mean, I've got next to no work life or social life outside of this, so I don't mind doing recordings whenever.
Fantastic. What about that was before. Sorry, I just had a message from Ozpost saying I had a password to collect. So that was before, that was during. Yeah, we've had a fair few people come and go from the groups as well. Um, like I've mentioned a few names there before that aren't in the podcast or the Saturday or Sunday groups. I run a D&D group for work. That's always good for a laugh. I'll be trying out new systems with that one actually. Um, Kids on Bikes and Vampire.
Oh god.
Vampire. Oh, I completely forgot. We tried to run a vampire campaign. That was that was pure and utter hell trying to work the character creation on that. Hey.
Yeah, I think that was the major turn off for me.
I genuinely started getting mad, like, and properly getting angry towards the latter half of that one. Hey, because it just probably it's not like I don't want to suck 5E's dick or anything because I don't think that 5E is a fantastic edition, but um at least with the player's handbook in that one, when you do character creation is all in one section of the book. But with Vampire, it's like it's scattered throughout a book, because you have your clans, you have your flaws, your merits, your advantages, backgrounds, you have your stats. There's so much, and it's all scattered throughout the book. There's not one section where it's like a thick. It's a thick book as well. And it's not all put in one part. It's many different parts of the book that to flick backwards and forth. But once you get the hang of it, it's very very easy to do. But I remember that first session 0 that we did, with like Jacob and Kyron um and Teeny. I think Teeny was there as well.
Yeah, for that one, I believe.
It was that actually started making me so angry. Hey, because it was just like. Uh, yeah, but oh well. But I've gotten the hang of it now. That's all that matters. It's actually a lot simpler than I think I was making it out to be. I think it was just, first time. I had a bit of trouble.
That's how everything usually goes anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And then we tried running Fall of London. So Fall of London is actually I think it's a really interesting concept for a story, the scavenger hunt in a city that's practically cleansing itself of a vampiric curse.
I mean, that one went alright until there was a more or less TPK.
Oh my god, when Liam shot his gun in the sewer and...
Was it Liam?
I think it was Liam, yeah.
Yeah, something about smelling gas in the sewers and he didn't put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
And then I think it was Jacob and I were upstairs in the hotel and
Yeah.
we felt the vibration.
Yeah, that's right. You guys were safe in the hotel, and then Liam saw that feral vampire, I think, with the Nosferatu clan.
Yeah.
And decided the easiest way to dispatch it was to fire his gun in the sewer and practically fucking. Oh, Tash was there too. I remember Tash was in the group.
And I remember you specifically saying, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Multiple times. And I don't think he had connected the dots.
And then next thing you know, you and Jacob felt the vibration. Like, you guys actively felt like the sewer fucking blowing up. Well, that was fun. Oh my god. But that one really started to mess with me towards the end because there's a lot of lore dumping that you have to put on the players because they wake up from being put in stasis during the Second World War after being dug up by, I think it's like the Museum of London or something, and then you're thrust into this 2012 world. I just really struggled trying to run it because it was a bit... Yeah, it was just... brilliant storyline if you can wrap your head around it, but trying to lore dump so much in your players without like trying to make it in world or just without trying to speak to your characters, just utter hell.
Yeah, I didn't really think of that part.
So I practically gave up on that one. And then we did Call of Cthulhu. We tried getting a Call of Cthulhu one as well.
I don't think I was involved in that one.
The one where you guys went to the Wild West?
Yeah, I don't think I was in that one.
Might have been someone else. We tried doing one with that one. I think we only got one session under our belt before everybody started pulling out. Um,
Well, maybe I was then. I don't know.
I can't remember. But
There was always a few different games that you tried doing and then fell through because of commitment.
yeah, but that's it. It's why I like our current group because it's like we have those like formed commitments. Like it's the group is stable. It doesn't really feel like we have a lot of people jumping in and out at any points, except for this one. DoD, we were down to like 3 players at one point, which was a bit. I think that's the episode that just got uploaded to the channel last night, actually. But we work around it. We move forward. We, you know,
We try.
we try. That's right. While we're on the topic of kids on bikes and Call of Cthulhu and Vampire, the Masquerades, I would like to just take a little bit of time to talk about like the future of the podcast. What we think we're most excited to sort of do in the near future.
Well, given how Dodd's going, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a new campaign shortly. Because, yeah, that's not going great.
Oh man.
So, yeah, I can imagine there'll be... I don't know if it'll be D&D, because you're getting sick of it, or whether somebody's going to take over host, because I was considering doing it.
Yeah.
But I have zero creativity. So, it'd be probably something straight out of the book.
That's not a bad way to start either, though, running a module.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what you did with the mines, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I could do something similar. But that's just all in theory because I'm not entirely sure I want to. And then with pandemic, I mean, it's going fine. It's still got a little bit of life in it before we got to consider what we switch to.
Because let's talk about pandemic for a little bit. Because I think that's gonna be that's gonna be the easy one to talk about for the time being. So that little board game we were, the legacy ones that we're doing, I think we have the next, I think it's we have 5 games worked out all together. We're doing Pandemic Legacy, the first season. That's what we're working on and uploading now. And then up next, we decided for sure we're going to do Betrayal Legacy.
Yeah, I believe.
So I know we talked about this on the podcast, on the Legacy episodes, but I think we mentioned that we were playing that one for a little while beforehand. We got quite far into it as well, but we never ended up finishing because I think, commitments and light stuff, issues. But I remember I really liked Betrayal Legacy, and it's actually out of print, so they're not making any more of them. It's not for the foreseeable future. I think they said they were focusing on just making and improving like the actual versions of original Betrayal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Like you can still buy Betrayal Legacy like in stores. Like I see it all the time in places I visit, but they're not actually making any new copies. So once they sell out, that's it.
Yeah.
Unless they come out with another season, which is entirely possible. But don't keep your fingers crossed. So I think we're gonna run Betrayal Legacy. I've reset the board, so everything should be back to normal. We just got to Google a few things in a few different places. I could just buy another copy of it, just throw the current one that I have out.
I mean, if you can salvage it, it saves you what, $100?
Yeah, but there's like the stickers and the reused and.
Oh no.
Yeah, good point. It's actually, how much is Betrayal Legacy? Because I think you could find.
I mean, if it's not too much, you could probably get away with it. But
yeah,
I prefer to try and salvage things that are one use.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
It's just hate that style of marketing anyway.
Yeah.
Like, oh, how about you buy something for $100 it can only use once? It's like, well, why the fuck would I pay $100 for something I can only use once?
That's right.
It's not food.
We go Betrayal.
It's not alcohol either.
Oh yeah, it's only $100.
Only.
Yeah, I am struggling a bit with money at the moment, so.
And if they're not printing it anymore, then there's likely no sale either.
Yeah. Oh no. Out of stock, so it's not on Gameology.
Oh.
Anyway,
Womp womp.
womp womp indeed. I like that. It's 110 base, but they're selling for 95. Oh, look, there's not even any copies of it anyway. But we're doing Pandemic Season 1, and then we're going to do Betrayal Legacy, and after that, we're going to go back to Pandemic. We're going to do Season 2.
Yep.
And then that one I'm really interested in looking at, because that one actually takes place in a timeline where obviously we lost.
Which isn't too far from the truth as of right now.
No, that's right. No spoilers for that one, but it ain't looking good, Chief.
And then I don't remember what we decided after that. I think it was up in the air.
Yeah, I think.
Or loosely decided it was going to be vampire.
Yeah, they did a vampire. Vampire Heritage. So that's sort of like a betrayal game in of itself. Oh, no, not betrayal. Sorry, but that's like a vampire game in itself. You make up characters and whatnot, and you play through a few hundred years of sort of guide humanity and whatnot.
Yeah.
That one's supposed to be interesting. It hasn't gotten great reviews on Board Game Geek, but I'm still keen to give it a go anyway. That one is going to be like the longest one we're going to record as well. That's got like 20. What did we find out?
20 something.
It's got 20 something games. Oh yeah, it's got 21. Yeah, it's got 21 games in it altogether, which I worked out that we would have to play a game of Pandemic where we could only win 3 times to get the same amount of content, which is like a wild amount of games for Legacy.
Yeah.
But that's probably going to be the longest one, and then like by far. And afterwards, we're going to do Legacy Pandemic Season 0.
Oh, okay.
So there's a Season 0 that we played during the Cold War, and I think they were talking about doing a Season 3, but the problem with that was that COVID came out, and
that's a perfect setup in my eyes.
Oh. But it's interesting how the story has evolved so far in Season 1, where, you know, you have to try and take on this disease that's becoming more and more dangerous as it goes along. Like, it's...
I mean, it kind of helps when we open up the right boxes and aren't sitting around for half an hour trying to figure out where that certain piece is.
Oh my God, we were sitting there for like 20 minutes trying to figure it out, hey.
Yeah.
That's wild. No wonder that episode was about 2 hours long. No. We lost one of those games really quickly too.
Yeah. Reminded me of that, I think it was one of the first ones we did where it recommended you split the deck in 5 and you said, oh, fuck it, just shuffle it in. And then it was just game over pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a...
And then we learned very quickly from that day 4 that we now split the deck in 5.
This is a wild ride, that game of Pandemic. And after Season 0, I brought you the idea of running Vampire Chapters, which is like an overarching story. Like it's a non-linear narrative, so it could go for entirely different places, like a proper like narrative game.
Okay.
So they just came out with a new edition of that. So hopefully by the time we get through that, get through everything else, we should be able to run something like chapters. But you know, that's possibly next 5 games after Season 1 that we can do, which is really good. That's a fair bit of content in there.
Yeah, I don't think we have to worry about that.
No.
It's more so the D&D side of it that we got to worry about, because after Dodd, I don't know how many more campaigns there are. Like, maybe we could do Avernus, because I don't think anyone's in this current group has played it.
Oh, there's a lot of campaigns that we still get to go through.
But the theme is what we're more worried about.
What sort of theme?
Well, I like the dark horror.
The dark horror?
Like Curse of Strahd was definitely a good one for me.
Mm.
I enjoyed the shit out of
that.
Or if there's maybe an Underdark one, that would probably slap pretty hard.
That would be Out of the Abyss.
Okay, yeah.
Out of the Abyss, you play as a bunch of people who got kidnapped by a drow.
But I am a drow.
Then you got kidnapped by yourself for being a filthy circus drow. Oh, hamana, awooga.
I am the hierarchy. I got overthrown.
Well, we're still quite a way from finishing Drakenheim.
If we don't die again.
If you don't die again. If you guys get TPK'd again, that might have to be the start of a new campaign. But
I don't know, I kind of like the idea of
see this one out?
Dying due to their own fault.
Yeah.
Like the most recent death we had.
We had... Oh, that was a voice crack. So we're up to episode 9 of DOD, and you guys probably aren't even a quarter way through of the campaign yet. So we could probably go on through another year, still like another few months of recording DOD before any finished. But I guess it's always healthy to sort of look to the future and think, what can we record after Dungeons of Drakenheim? But it's not really that much of a contest, though, is it? Because... sorry, not much to worry about because we've got all those books that we could still run.
There's plenty of content. It's the worry of if we screw up again, that's it.
Yeah.
So we got to have something backed up in case, on the off chance that we all happen to get screwed over one more time, which pretty much almost happened in the last session, where I spent, I think it was 2 rounds on the ground.
Oh yeah, because that combo is messed up, man. Yeah. But we'll save that for
no spoilers.
No spoilers during one of the combats. So we're talking about it's like we went straight from like pure roleplay, pure fantasy roleplay, straight into like hard combat, where like just all the punches are being thrown and people are just getting knocked about like butter.
Yeah, no, it was pretty brutal that they got 3 swings in one turn.
Oh, that was wild.
On top of a save, if you didn't make, you get a certain effect.
Contamination and...
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ.
What else was it? But I guess, I am looking at, like, after Saturday... so after the Saturday group ends, I was thinking of starting another podcast, one for that one. Okay. I'm recording another one for that one. I'm not too sure how that one is going to look, though. With Saturday one, might be a bit different after I finish the homebrew one because I don't want to record that one. I want that to be. The
issue is we still have one particular person that doesn't want to be on podcast, as far as I'm aware.
Who is that?
Bree's brother.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Does he not want to be in?
I don't remember if he doesn't want to or he's not allowed.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So that would be the only hitch for the Saturday sessions.
Yeah, that's all right. We can work around it. We just let him sit outside and he just watches we record, I guess. Like no real myself. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, I wouldn't mind starting up another campaign sometime soon. But we also broached. I don't know what campaign run for that one yet. Sorry. On that quick note, I do have some third party Kickstarter stuff still coming in, so I wouldn't mind running. Oh, let's put a big knot out of my hair. That hurt. So we could run something from that.
I suppose there's always the idea of if you're getting sick of D&D, like the hosting aspect, you could always move to either letting someone else host, like myself, if I want to, or
I could try running a different system.
Yeah, that, or like a board games night, or something different, so you don't have to do D&D all the time.
I wouldn't mind, because I've got like modules in there for like Call of Cthulhu, and if I do run Vampire again, I'll have to have like a major rethink, because I'm gonna have to spend like, I'm not even kidding, I'm gonna have to spend like about 2 hours reading that book properly and thoroughly before I consider running Fall of London, because that book is big, it's thick.
The other thing you got to figure out if you're doing that sort of stuff is how to condense the lore.
Yeah.
To make it easier to digest, like starting. Like even if you just speed read it or TLDR'd or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Just so it's not a major lore dump like they wanted to do.
That's right. It is doable. I don't get a lot of free time.
Yeah.
In between work and...
Which is why I was considering hosting, because I've got nothing but free time 5 out of 7 days a week.
Yippee!
Most of the time it's 6 out of 7 days a week.
But that's all stuff that we could do in the future. That's all stuff we could do like for another one as well. Like if we wanted to do if we want to start like alternating, if we have DoD one week and then we do like Call of Cthulhu and then board game week on another, try to get more content out.
Yeah, I mean, I already
Um,
put forth those ideas. It was the last session or the session before.
And we also got the board game nights as well.
That
That
we
one,
yet to start.
yeah. That one I'm not too sure about entirely yet. Because we could do it with Pandemic, because Pandemic is practically a fixed board. We could talk about these places. And same with Betrayal. Legacy won't get around to that. But some of them I think it would help if we put like, if we had some sort of visual aid. Not that I want to get a camera or anything, because if we do, that's going to be a whole lot of extra editing and pain that we don't need.
Yeah, but I do think a camera is definitely the step forward
A
there.
camera would be a good step forward.
But then you'd also need a professional setup and
Yeah,
all other shit, so it's
we don't have that.
way more hassle than it's worth right now.
Yeah.
At least while we're still getting our bearings on how to actually set up the recording in the first place.
Yeah, that's right. We only just, realized, well, I only just realized now how to, fix the recording stuff so it's not recording like that buzz, buzz, buzz in the background.
Yeah. I mean, it helps if people don't slam the table. But,
Oh my god,
it is what it is.
Get so mad sometimes. Hey, it's like, someone's been messaging me.
I mean, like, there are a few board games like Zombicide or Talisman. Like, Talisman would actually be not a bad idea to try and
Talisman
run.
would be pretty cool, yeah.
Because the way you could do it, right, and I had a thought about it when I got here, is that it's free on Steam. Because they decided, oh, fuck it, nobody's paying for it, let's just drop the price altogether. So you can get the base game, I think, free, but everything else is paid for.
On Tabletop Simulator.
No. Like, Steam version of Talisman.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was a big announcement about it. But the idea I had was we could all get together and play it, because only one person needs to have the DLC for everyone to be able to use it.
Oh, that's cool.
And because I own everything to do with it, I could easily host it. And then all of us area connect to each other. And if you're playing it on the laptop, you can screen record for the podcast.
That
way you're not having to explain every intricate detail.
Yeah.
They can pause, read whatever they want, anytime they want. And it provides a visual aid. So, I mean, it's all ups, really.
That is really cool, actually. We could do something like that.
The only other issue is that people would either have to bring their laptops or their phone.
Yeah.
Because I've got it on my phone, I think it cost me about $5. I could just play it through there, or I could bring my laptop and play it that way.
Yeah, and then we could bring our laptops, because they got Zombicide on tabletop as well.
Yeah. But I reckon the board game would be easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a idea I had when I got here.
No, that's good though. If we were to, holy shit, what's Tabletop Simulator received a bunch of shitty negative reviews for?
Have they done something recently?
I don't know. Something happened on the 1st of January 2022, and then negative reviews just dropped.
As in, there were a lot more of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
2022?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they added a DLC or a game or something that's very controversial.
Quite possibly. So go...
Or the workshop support or something. Who knows?
Oh, it might be because they got rid of global chat. There's a bunch of negative reviews from that time.
Oh, okay. Didn't think global was that popular, but fair enough.
Okay, that's strange. But yeah, there's a few different ways we could work around it.
So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to continue D&D, but you want something similar to that feeling, then Talisman's probably a good idea.
Like, see DoD out to the end, but we can like host the occasional like Talisman night on computers to just record like Tabletop Simulator.
Yep. And then other ideas which are similar to a podcast, I suppose, would be everyone jumps online and does something. So we're not all meeting up in the same spot.
Among Us.
No.
Okay.
But like, there's other ideas instead of just the podcast tabletop idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of isn't a podcast, but at the same time, it's more content and it's easier.
Yeah.
Because everyone just hops on at home.
Something. Oh, yeah, no, that's right. That's something we can also look at. But it's just more content, which is always good for the channel.
Yeah.
But
I suppose there's always Civ as well.
yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, because I've been playing it with Smarty recently.
Yeah, I saw on Steam.
Yeah, I wanted to kill myself.
Oh.
I mean, unalive myself.
Was that you were playing Civ? Oh, that's right. You hate Civ 6, hey?
Oh, I don't hate it. It's just not my favorite.
Yeah, you hate it. Baby, little baby man, little baby.
Hate's a strong word. It's more loathe.
Yeah. Oh man, well that's another good thing we could do. Like, do up some Civilization, and then that way we could have like do one main one for the channel. I don't think I don't have the editing skills to do it like they do with the Yogs cast, where they all sit down, record their sessions all in one go, and then like edit in different people's perspectives as they play. I can't.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I can't edit it like that. But what we could do
It wouldn't be
is
too tricky to actually.
we'd have to have everybody recording all at once.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because not everyone's setup's going to be powerful enough for that.
No.
Hell, I don't think mine is.
But even if one person does it, and then because we'll just be talking and bantering away anyway.
Yeah. And then there's always in that case, there's Warhammer 3 as well.
Warhammer 3, yeah.
Yeah, because I know there's a channel on YouTube, War Warpstone, I believe.
War Warpstone.
Yeah, they do Warhammer 3 challenges like PvP.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like one of them they did recently was a race to 8 peaks, and they all chose a different faction, roughly the same distance.
Mm-hmm.
And it was whoever got there in this amount of time and held it for this amount of time wins. And it was like they were making alliances, betraying each other, all that sort of shit. Like it was just back and forth.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
We could do something like that where, yeah, we just have fun playing video games and just put up onto the channel.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be strictly podcast.
Yeah.
But that is what this channel is for.
Just for the main one.
So there's other ideas, but for the meantime, we've got Dodd and Pandemic. Definitely keeping us occupied for a wee bit.
Yeah, we're not gonna run out of content for any of those anytime soon.
Nope.
Foreshadowing. Yeah. But we could also do like a Yogscast sort of format where, each of us have our own separate channels, and then, we all could sort of contribute to the main one every now and then.
Yep. I think it'll be mainly spearheaded by you and I, though.
Yeah.
Not a lot of other people have A, the time, or B, the software to be able to do that sort of stuff.
I'm not really software, like, it's like not really being interested, like, I like OBS and that.
Well, I'm just saying, most people won't have hardware, software,
Yeah.
whatever required. And then, yeah, the main thing being the interest to actually do it.
Yeah. Because I noticed, even when I put up into the main group chat about, someone to join us for a regular board games night, we
I don't
only
think
got
anyone
one person.
jumped to that.
We had one person, it was Michael. Michael jumped
right.
on it, but he can't come along till sports season ends.
That's right, yeah.
But I can't believe it, out of everyone, we were going to get one bite. Which is surprising to me, because I would have thought that like a recurring board games night,
Well, I think
quite a
Liam's
few
always
people.
on board, and by extension, I believe his brother would be interested as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think he replied to that because it had already been decided in the other group chat anyway.
Sorry.
Jazz, as far as I know, would be interested.
Jasmine's interested. Tuesday nights is still best.
She's got her stuff going at the moment.
Yeah.
And Liam's got his stuff going at the moment as well, so it probably wouldn't happen for a few weeks.
No. But it's not as if we're stuck with content. And I would actually, you bring us a really good point before. I would really, really like to think about like doing Civ nights, doing Warhammer nights.
The only issue with nights is like my job revolves around nighttime.
I know, nighttime, yeah.
So sometimes it might not happen, but most of the time it should be fine. Especially if you want to do weekends, because Friday, Saturday is usually when I'm busy. And
Yeah.
it's like the 1-2 nights that you guys would want to do it.
Well, we discussed doing board game nights for Fridays.
And I said maybe.
Yeah.
Because this week I've actually been put in for a Friday, so.
I guess it's going to be like finding a regular time to do, like we could do Sunday Civ or something, like during the day.
That'll be fine. I usually finish up at 3 a.m. at the latest.
Okay.
So I'd be pretty groggy, but I'd be alive.
We all just like meet at the office here, and then
if we're doing it in person, yeah.
Yeah. Or we
The
could
only
just do it
issue is
online.
I gotta bring my entire fucking setup.
Oh yeah. So what am I thinking? I forgot not everybody has a laptop.
I mean, I've got a laptop. It's just, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it at the moment, but it overheats pretty quick. So
yeah, we just all meet up and just sit through 7 in one go, and that way we can just split the episodes up as we need to. Like it takes 4 hours, and we get to like split up to 2-hour episodes.
Yep, there's another channel I can link you for that sort of content as well.
Yeah.
They don't do multiplayer, but they do single player, and they've got a decent system on how to split episodes and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that might be the end of the 10th anniversary.
Thank you, everyone, for showing up.
Episode.
Echo.
We talked a little bit about, how we sort of came by. Oh, I didn't even talk about the idea for the podcast. I guess it wasn't really one. I think I just wanted to do one just to sort of...
Yeah, I think when you motioned for it, I was a bit hesitant.
Yeah.
Because podcasts are, like, not exactly my thing that I'd listen to personally. I mean, I'll listen to audiobooks, which is about as close to a podcast as you can get.
It's coming along okay, though.
Yeah.
I just wish we got a bit more engagement, but, we try out that still image.
I looked it up on YouTube to try and link it to people, and it doesn't show up. There is no channel by the name.
AOTM?
Yeah.
Do you go to the channel and just copy and paste a hyperlink?
Well, that's if I can find the channel. What I'm saying is, if I search up Adventures of the Multiverse on YouTube, it doesn't come up.
Really?
Yeah.
That is...
So I think that's a bit of a main issue. Because that's just the way YouTube is. Like, unless you're popular, you're not going to get shown.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah. So to start, mainly requires a word of mouth to try and get you across.
Yeah.
But then after that, it should be alright. But yeah, if you follow the link that you put in the chat, then you can easily find it. It's just actually searching it on YouTube doesn't yield it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, because I tried showing it to the other two earlier today.
The other two monkeys?
Yeah. But when I searched it on YouTube, and they searched it, and it wasn't showing up at all. It was only when I went into the chat to find the link that I could give it to them.
Oh, that is slightly, it's only slightly worrying.
I think it's because of the wording, like Adventure of the Multiverse. Like, it's very popular sort of wording.
Very long, like it doesn't fly off the tongue as easily as other...
It's more so the keywords that YouTube picks up on.
Yeah.
Adventures, multiverse, like, they're very popular keywords. So obviously you're going to find every video under the sun that even remotely mentions those words. So I don't know how you go about fixing that problem, but yeah.
Well, we'll figure something out. We always do.
Yes, sir.
But we didn't even talk about... But yeah, we didn't really come up with sort of idea. I think it was just mainly just sort of like just doing one. So I'd love to be able to like DM, because I'm in the middle of writing a novel as well, just coming up to its conclusion very, very soon.
Still got to cull some of that, eh?
It's
condense.
Okay. No.
Send it to me. Condense the shit out of it.
What I say, it's like over 550 pages at the moment or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
bigger
only
than the Lord of the Rings trilogies.
Oh, I don't think it's as big as the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I think
it's bigger.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't remember what you told me.
I think it's similar size to the first one, Fellowship of the Ring. I think it's bigger than Fellowship.
Oh, right. That's not too bad.
But maybe when my novel comes out, hopefully, I can sort of... I don't know if I'm going to release my novel and then suddenly I'm going to make it big time, But I'd love to be able to do something like, like DMing professionally, as a job, and along with that, write some novels and just get out of the rat race.
So do we just backtrack in the recording where you said, I don't want to DM?
It's not DM. It's not that I don't want to DM. It's that I don't want to constantly do 5e stuff all the time.
Oh, right.
It's starting to, because like I said, it's just the system is not great. It's not my favorite.
Why aren't they releasing the new system.
5.5 looks
Oh, is
worse.
that what it is, right?
Yeah,
I thought it was like 1E or something they came up with, or...
Oh, 1D&D.
Oh, okay, yep.
That's coming out actually very, very soon.
Because I thought that was supposed to be the next big thing that was gonna save it.
It is.
So if anything, you could wait until that comes out and then restart.
I'll see. I'll see how I go. Either we do like the occasional one shot for kids on bikes, or Call Cthulhu, or Vampire, or something, or Doctor Who. Got the Doctor Who RPG in there. I got the One Ring RPG.
Ideas.
Yeah. More.
Not that we need to concern ourselves with it at the moment, anyway.
Oh, we got
Plenty of shit to do in the meantime.
Even if next episode where we can make it through a quarter of it, that means that on average we'll probably get 40 episodes of Drakkenheim before we finish that one.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of content. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, and before I start excitedly running to the group chat and asking people, telling people that we're going to do a regular Civ 9 and board games night and whatnot. Thank you guys so much for watching, or rather so much for listening. If you have any suggestions or comments about the podcast, or about what direction we could take it, please do let us know. Always happy to take some of these ideas on board. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Please do like and comment. Everything always honestly helps.
Liking a comment will get it out in the algorithm. Henceforth, finding our channel will make it easier.
That's right.
And if you have any idea on how to make the channel easier to find, please tell us. Because it's a fucking nightmare.
But until then, thank you guys so much for listening to the.
Don't forget about Patreon.
Oh yeah, and subscribe to the Patreon as well. That money doesn't go directly to me, and that money is going to go directly towards the pod. That money's going to go directly towards the podcast, specifically finding somewhere permanent where we can hold our games. Because at the moment, I'm currently running out of like a few places at the moment where we can find one. So if we could just find a place where we could regularly record, where I could put on my board games, put everything together, maybe even look at buying a proper like webcam or like a camera so that we can record our board games. None of this money is gonna. Some of this money will go towards me sometime. But at the moment, I just go and make sure the money goes towards the podcast. But this is about it. You think of anything else, Ryclan?
No, I think that's about it, actually.
Okay. Well, in that case, thank you all. Oh, shit. Thank you all so much for listening at home. Please do feel free to hit us with those ideas. And I guess we will see you in the next podcast.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, bye.